Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Set. Red 80. Monday.
Now it's Stafford. And he's got his man on the out route.
big strides, look at him go.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The try here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 35-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their 35-yard line.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd down and 8. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Chargers.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
He's got his target. That's complete.
yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Los Angeles.
Ready? Run! Set.
They go back to the ground with Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd down and 13.
Waiting!
Back to throw, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Fielded at about the 28. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days and it actually releases.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get it back here just past the 35. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who simply tried to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Well, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
27 yards.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Well, that turned out how they wanted. Run the toss play to the left side. Go for that pylon. Get in there.
And just being able to understand where the pylon was and sneak it in there, well done, well executed.
Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He's got this one to Hutchinson.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Up the left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Go.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Touchdown!
Pat Freiermuth.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chargers are back within a score.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To throw is Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Charvarius Ward there to make the stop.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Blue 60!
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Chargers
Here's Herbert. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is this horoscope off? Is biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Set. 180.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to DK. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it'd be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Complete. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Herbert now. Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now it's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Herbert throwing again. That's complete to Hutchinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no move to get Herbert off the field. They're going for this. They snap it to Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals team. And Charles, for this offense, as interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half, and for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Herbert's pass intercepted.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 180 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Well, they got the ball already. They're not going to risk the yardage and running another 4th down. They decline it.
And what was that they taught you in law school, that possession is 9/10 of the law?
I didn't go to law school.
Oh, you didn't? I thought you did. Well, I figure I'm going to put